Welcome to the Best Medicine podcast. This is the second episode. Actually, this is the first real episode. Last week, I just sat down in front of the microphone and thought, no, I need to get going with this and make sure that I am disciplined with this. So this week, I actually am. This is the second episode of 2025, and I think it kicks off very well because I speak to KG Mokgadi, who will actually be performing with me at the Basim Yusuf shows on the weekend. If you didn't get your tickets yet, you can get it at Ticket Pro, and that's going to be very exciting. But KG talks about how he's entered into the new year with a newfound vigor and excitement about getting healthy and fit. So we're going to be having a very interesting conversation about health, the psychology. I just made a word up. The psychological aspect of getting healthy and how creativity can actually inform wellness and health. Because this is the Best Medicine podcast. It's about solving problems and having a laugh along the way. The experiment continues. Please enjoy this conversation with KG Mokgadi. So the idea of this is actually, we spoke about it being a wellness podcast.
Yes.
And you actually inspiring.
Oh, cool.
Because you started the year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
With some Rocky vibes.
Yeah.
Rocky vibes. Just at the colonialist monument, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you like practicing over there so you have energy to burn it down. Right? I don't know.
That's funny.
You know, running up
yeah.
monument
Yeah.
like you said that first thing, it's your first post for 2025. And you made a joke about it.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Is it just a marketing exercise or
no, not at all. Like
intention?
That's actually me going. It hit me that the best way to be accountable is that
To do it in public.
To be very public about it.
Right.
I've never even been like a social media like smart person.
Yes.
I woke up because I make videos where I look at the camera and I say some things. Yes. And I woke up and I asked the questions. I said, fat people, what are we doing this year? Because as much as we do things individually, we do the same things, right? At the beginning of of January, fat people sign forms. You can see us at the mall. The guys at the Virgin Active. It's Virgin Active specifically, actually. They target fat people, right? They're like, yo, let's have a conversation. Hey, man. The next thing you're signing forms, you have dude, I've got so many Virgin Active bags. It's ridiculous, right? Like, and then you gym for a month and a half. The next thing you're not gymming, or you take on an aerobics class at a community hall somewhere. You know what I mean? You hit the Rondebosch Common if you're a Cape Townian. It's really, we do the same things, but individually. And I had this thing, which like, it's funny, let me put it out to fat people and say fat people. You know what I mean? What happened, the response from that was fat people couldn't believe that another person called them fat online and really asked, right? And it was a pretty viral it was viral. Like, people were actually answering this. Ozempic people. I didn't even know Ozempic was a thing. I thought they're still testing Ozempic. It turns out it's a thing, bro. You know?
You can get it at Clicks.
Guy, imagine. Yeah. Like, imagine getting a weight loss drug at Clicks.
There's a Ozempic
guy. We've moved so far ahead in health things that you can get this thing at Clicks.
It's not on a street corner yet.
Bruh, you understand what I'm saying? Like, but it's coming to the street corner near you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was that. I honestly asked a funny question from a genuine place. And the response had me thinking, whoa, there's a lot of us.
Yeah.
And we are all struggling with the same thing.
Yes.
And I wasn't set out to prove a point. I think the responses inspired me. You know, like I was one of those people who were thinking I'm going to go at the beginning of February. And I think I asked on the 2nd.
Yes.
And Monday was the 4th, something like that. I remember on the video I go, are we going on Monday the 4th? Are we filling in the gym? And healthy people were like, yo, you guys are fucking up the gym for us. Like, it's too full. There's no parking. So I honestly, like, I was inspired by seeing people who are also fed going, man, this is a fucking struggle. I don't know what to do, or I'm going to start, and then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna start.
Yes.
And then I started. After starting, I posted my first post walk video, and I was fucked, bro. Like, I was fucked. Can I curse here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fucked, bro. I had a craving for Schweppes Grenadilla. Like, I didn't know what. I thought, oh my God, I've got diabetes. Why would I gym and then crave sugar? Right? Like, and then I posted it to another good response, and I was like, okay, it looks like people are invested, and I'm getting a lot of followers on the basis of, like, people are going, let's talk about health.
This thing, yeah.
And then I go, if I do this publicly, then I'll get other people who are health conscious. Because all of a sudden I've got like runners following me, and
You've got
like serious people who are not. I was like talking to
and offering advice.
Offering advice, offering motivation, telling me that I inspire them.
So
all manner of things.
Because motivation is an aspect, which is the thing now.
Yes.
So now you're doing this publicly,
Yeah.
which is holding yourself, I guess, accountable.
Yes.
That's one thing. As a comedian, I assume it also gives you something to sink your teeth into comedically. Or you're not even thinking that's just happening.
Comedically for video. I find my own videos funny, comedically. Like, I enjoy watching them.
it.
I enjoy editing them myself. I enjoy shooting them myself and editing them.
Yes.
Right? Like, I stumbled on a style of what I want them to look like. You know what I mean? Just start at the most depressing space and then work my way up to that. I think comedically it's giving me like a thing that I like to see that's funny. For stand-up, I haven't found anything that I have to say, that I want to say, that I haven't said yet.
Yes.
And because it's not my first time trying to lose weight.
No.
So all the things that I'm experiencing now, I have already experienced. The only difference is I have got strangers joining me sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I can't talk about.
Like walking with you?
Yeah, walking
real?
with me. Yeah,
Say
strangers like, yo, like,
and when you're gonna walk.
I've had people that are texting me like, yo, when are you walking? I go, I'm walking on this date, and then they show up, and then we roll.
Dude.
That's a small
incredible.
number. Like,
no, but I mean, like, this is early on
this is,
in the year, bro.
Yeah, and then we just go
You'd
like,
be
yeah,
the
let's roll.
Pied Piper and shit.
I do think about that as a possibility. It's exciting,
Yes.
And it's scary because, again, it's not my first time trying to lose weight.
Yes.
I'm worried about disappointing myself and them when the time arrives and I have to fall off the wagon. You know what I mean? But it is also, like, I'm a weird guy. Even as a comedian, I hang out with strangers all the time.
Yes.
I go into strange houses and strange people and strange locations, strange and dangerous locations all the time. It's my thing. So when people go, we're coming to roll, I go, yeah, let's roll. Just bring headphones, bring water, and sunglasses, and we move.
And now, so what is your actual routine? Or are you figuring that out?
I don't have a routine, dog. Like, you know, I will always refer to the fact that I've tried and failed so many times that right now, even more than trying to lose weight, I'm trying to learn what moderation and balance is in general, right? So I'm not trying to tire myself. I don't have a plan. I don't have nothing. I'm just doing the thing so that my body and my brain can know that we are walking.
Yes.
That's my entire goal.
You're being in the moment.
Feb has started. I'm waiting for my wife's birthday to go past. She's on the 13th. There will be Valentine's vibes. And then we're going to get into consciously choosing what to eat.
Okay, so you haven't changed your diet yet.
Not really, bro.
I'm walking
regularly. My diet hasn't been that bad.
Yes.
Right? It hasn't been that bad. It's only this week where I've gone rogue. Right? And what happened was, I can explain. I went to watch Chiefs and Pirates and I drank like I'm watching Chiefs and Pirates. And then I went home. I had pizza at Chiefs and Pirates, because that's what you do when you watch Chiefs and Pirates. And that fucked up everything. Because I got home, they had also had pizza for dinner, and I was hungry. I had another pizza for dinner. There was a bottle of wine. I sat down, I had a bottle of wine, so this is what happens. I haven't been drinking since. Oh shit, I drank on Wednesday because DJ Fresh was playing. You see now.
Now, where was DJ Fresh?
DJ Fresh was playing at Souk. My friend Tawang and I went to Souk. We went to celebrate DJ Fresh. That was Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I was fine. My diet was okayish. But remember, I had been drinking until 2. And then in the morning, Riaad. In the morning, I had a burri hash stack from McDonald's. I had a burri hash stack with cheese, egg, and tomato, and a cup of coffee.
You're looking at it like in a dream sequence.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what I did. Right?
You really enjoyed it, at least.
I loved it. What are you talking about?
Because at least.
It was delicious. This is my favorite.
How did you feel? Good or bad?
Oh no, I was out drinking. I was like, yeah, that's what we do when we've been out drinking. This is our thing.
Because there's in terms of eating.
Yes.
Right. If it gives you the psychological, obviously you need to eat, but also the psychological happiness.
Yes.
Right. Then that's good. But if at the end of it you don't.
There was no regret at all. I was like, I needed this, right? And at some point I had to have something bad.
Right.
And then in the afternoon, I got hungry quick. At like 1, I was hungry. I was like, what the hell am I going to eat? I looked in the fridge. I wasn't excited by anything. I was like, there's this place called Firebirds that I want to try out. And since I've been fucking it up the whole time, I might as well go all the way. So I got a burger, I got wings, and the skinny fries. The skinny fries took too long on the road. I don't like cold fries, so I didn't have them. Like, I tasted them and I was like, they're cold. I had a burger and chips, and I think I had a Coke or something like that. Why is that,
cold fries?
I don't like cold fries.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so disgusting.
Yeah,
it makes
horrible.
Me doubt the nutritional value of the actual fry.
It's
if it just goes down a few degrees, right? It's cardboard.
It's an old potato, dog. It's an old potato. It's an old potato. It's gonna be hot. Maybe potatoes don't do well when they're hot. And then that night I didn't do anything. That night I was like, I've done too much. I am not gonna eat all night until the next day. I think I had a mango at 6:00, and then I was done until the next day. And then in the morning of that day, I think I pushed 22 hours on the Friday not eating.
Oh, so you do fasts as well? What's your fast like?
Not really. I don't do fasts, but I understand how they work.
Okay.
Right? Like, I understand that if I've gone too hard, and I fast for 24 hours, my system will go into ketosis,
So you
glycogen
do all of
empty,
that?
what. I will.
So you've done it because I know
I've done
I've
it.
had-
Like,
so you know
I've
what
done
you need
it.
to do. You just need
Yes.
a bit of a better system.
If I've gone too hard, then I'll stop.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
is the barriers then to you? Like, okay, so this is what you've done like differently now. You're doing it in front of people. You've got accountability.
Yes.
You know, there are people like going, look here, this man is the inspiration to me.
Yes.
And, you know, I have responsibility and you don't want
Yes.
to let them down.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So you can't now.
The government has let them down. They can't.
You can't blame Cyril for this now either. Right? Okay. Right. So okay, I'm obviously I'm teasing you.
No, dude.
But I mean, like, what were the barriers in the past? Now, for me, like, like always been too thin, right? But still, my numbers are not good.
Okay.
Right? So I need to eat better.
Yes.
So I'm working on a lot of techniques of like how to manage, especially my lifestyle as a comic.
Yes.
Because as a comedian, no matter how well I do in the day,
Yes.
at night,
It's a problem.
that's a problem. My brain does something where it doesn't agree.
I'm gonna tell you what my barrier is, and it's funny. I recorded it just this morning because I did not feel like walking at all.
Right.
So I've discovered that I can walk 8, 12, 13 kilometers. But today, like, I just didn't even want to leave the house. And then I decided I'm going to push myself to do 2.5 at Rondebosch Common. It's not even challenging anymore. And then I did it, and while I was doing it, I was shooting the videos just to look into my brain about how I'm feeling about not being there.
Can I just pause for 1 second?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay. My pool pump is not working.
Oh, shit.
There's an electrical fault.
No worries.
Assalamu alaikum, bro. Will you... Let me just pause. I'm come down to open for you. Okay? Okay, sorry. No. My side. Okay, sorry.
Money, hook me up with my phone.
Okay, we're back.
Are we?
Kashif, you've never had an issue with weight ever. Ever. Been too thin, yeah. So now you put on weight since you've been out of high school. So how mad were you in high school, bro? At your most.
Yeah.
When you were 65, were you...
I've been 65 before, but I have never been on a scale and I look and it says 65. I don't even know what I've never seen.
Never had the moment.
I've never looked at a scale that was like under 100.
Yeah.
Like if I looked at a scale and I was like under 100, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
And that was his rugby.
Dude, like
rugby weight. That was his rugby weight.
I don't even know what I'd do with myself if I got on a scale and I looked. Yo.
Have you seen Shaka Sisulu now?
Yeah.
So Shaka was like really had been picking up weights.
Yes.
And now he's changed his diet now because he's trying to cut.
Okay.
And when I saw him, very markedly different.
Oh, snap.
Because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Is he taller than you?
I've never met Shaka Sisulu.
So it's an interesting thing that he's done.
Yes.
Do you aspire to do that? Maybe, but first you were saying before we got interrupted.
Oh, I was saying, you were asking me what the barrier was.
Yeah, what are the
barriers? I like it's so cool because I think I where is the flipping thing? I think I shot a video about what the beria is.
Did you
from-
post it already?
No, I shot it this afternoon as I was working. Is that I know that I'm one of those people. When things start to go really, really well.
Oh.
When I start to taste the actual juice of the thing, I find a way to fuck it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
why is
basically,
that?
what I'm
You're
saying
saying
is,
you're self-sabotaging.
yeah,
Why?
I have to sit down and deal with that.
Mm.
I don't know yet, but I know that when I don't know whether it's
This is working.
I
If
don't-
I do this, I know I'll get out of my situation.
Yeah,
And then
I also like I'm not feeling unworthy of good shit.
oh, so it's got to do with you feel worthy of it.
No, it's not. It's not that I feel unworthy of it, right? It's not that I like. Maybe I'm scared of
Abs.
abs, but it's not.
You don't want to be one day, like in like let's say 5 years time, KG is like maps.
See,
With the shirt open and your abs are glistening in the moonlight.
see, dog, and I'm wearing a thong. I'm walking around my black ass in the sun in a thong, just one pimple, just like bing. Dude, like no, it's not that. I think I see that picture, and I also like this is I'm dealing with it, right? Like it's something obviously that I've discussed and thinking about it before, but now like I'm trying to go deeper into it now because an attitude like that is not an attitude just with your weight, is your attitude with life in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you even with the things that I can hang out with, the question is that am I hanging out with those things to the best of my abilities? You know what I mean? Where you go, and the reason why I'm saying that is that why am I not doing it with stand up? And then I have to ask myself, am I doing stand up to the best of my ability?
Yeah, look at it from my perspective as
Yeah.
a person who admires your work.
Yes.
I don't necessarily think you're doing it to the best of your ability for fame, but I do think that you nurture your work, which is
Yes.
which is not. You're telling me that's not what you do with your physical health. It seems to me that you nurture your stand-up.
Yes.
Because it's very organic. You put it out there, and then you tweak at it, and
Yes.
you like it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you go,
yeah.
okay, that's ready now, blah.
Yeah.
It's always this amorphous thing
Yes,
that you
yes.
sort of play with and
Yeah.
expand. Like there's a lot of comedians who don't do that.
Yes.
I to a certain extent like to do that as well. But I mean, there's not a lot of people who do that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I recognize you do that. And then I go, I feel personally that's makes your stand up very layered. It becomes like interesting to observe how something grows.
Yes.
And it's almost like you put a block of clay down or a lump of clay, and now you're taking stuff off and
Yeah. So then we'd go, because this is a new thing, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd go, I have to look at what I do for stand up
yes.
and apply it in other areas of life as
well.
well. You know what I mean? Then I'd have to go, how do I tweak weight? How do I tweak love and fatherhood and relationships, and how do I tweak friendships?
So-
you know what I mean? Like
So what is your stand-up process? Like, let's just maybe talk about that, because I actually believe that, well, in my life, creativity is when I'm most happy.
Yes.
Like I'm just happy, like I'm in this creativity bubble.
Yes.
You know, then obviously when you perform, you get the highs of a performance.
Yeah.
But that's different to being in a creativity bubble, which is the building of this thing. You know, just being in that space of thinking funny thoughts to yourself or like that. It's a different thing. So what's your process about
I don't know.
like stand up?
Guy, I'll be honest, I don't
anything.
know. Jokes happen to me.
Yes.
Jokes happen to me. Ideas happen to me. I am constantly working on stand up at any given time.
Right.
Even right now,
Right.
I'm working on stand up, right? As in, I'm constantly thinking about things.
But it starts with a bigger idea, isn't it? With you, or is it the, you know, and then you try to
It starts with something that I want to solve a problem, even if it's small.
Yes.
Right. Some
but it
ideas.
Starts with a problem.
Yeah, it starts with a problem. It starts with
that one joke. Oh, I thought that's a funny turn of phrase. I need a joke out of that.
Oh no. I don't do that. There's a problem. There's a thing that's bothering everyone. Let me break it down. There's a thing that bothers me. Let me break it down. I feel like I want to do a show and I talk about politics. Let me just do that. I feel like I want to explore what love is for me. Let me break it down. I feel like I want to talk about sex. You know what I mean? Like, there's this side of sex and sexuality for me that hasn't been explored. Let me see if I can make it make sense for me, and as a result, put it out there.
And you start with your feelings about it, or
I start with my feelings about it. I start with, this is how I feel, and this is what I think completely, and these are the reasons why. And I hear your argument, and this is your argument, but this is my counter to that. You know what I mean? And then I exist in that space. And then these are the facts that we know connected to that. And then what I'll do is, I've got really funny people in my life. They're not comedians. I can't workshop jokes with comedians. I hate it. I don't think comedians know how to workshop jokes. Comedians know how to workshop punchlines. For me, but not jokes.
Because it becomes artificial.
Yeah, comedians want to tell you the funny part about what you're trying to say. Real people who are not comics tell you exactly what the situation is, right? And then you go, oh, based on that, this is what I will go with. You know what I mean? Because I find it easy to make funny.
Yeah, because authentic. It's authentic. It's not.
No, I don't think. I think the most difficult thing is authentic. Funny is easy. I think funny exists in.
No, that's why I'm saying they.
Yeah, they are authentic. Yes.
So based on that.
Yes, then I can go in and make funny. Yeah, I think funny exists in yes, no, and I don't care. Right? If you say you don't care, that's funny. If you say I know, that's funny. If you're saying I don't know, that's funny. If you're saying yes, that's funny. If you're saying no, that's funny. So I don't worry about where funny exists.
So
I worry about the authenticity of what I'm trying to say.
Building something on a foundation.
I am so cocky about funny that I believe I can create funny out of any situation. Yeah. So like funny is not the thing that disturbs me. Like, if I can say this freely, even the things that I choose to write, I write them because I need difficulty in my life. Yeah. Right? Like, because if I have to write everything, then it's not difficult, and then it's boring.
I need difficulty.
Yeah, I need difficulty in my life.
Okay, so now you're saying difficulty. Now, is there any sort of alignment? If you're saying you need difficulty, now with your exercise, is there anything there?
That's correct. That is correct. My brain hasn't. I suppose my brain, when my brain looks for difficulty, it looks for it from stand-up and other things. Yeah. And then when it comes to my weight, I don't know. My weight, I think I've taken so many L's, my dog. Like, It's like a battle
Because I
retreat.
saw a picture of you. You were like super skinny, actually.
Dog,
Like,
I
mean,
was like at
what
some
is
point
your
like
waist?
at 28 or
28
something
waist,
like
bro.
that. Yeah, I was 28 waist.
At your height.
Yeah, dude, I was
Bro.
tall, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
28
tall. I was
waist,
an
'cause I
asshole.
saw.
Like, God is punishing me for being an asshole when I was skinny.
Is this a joke or is there something?
No, dog. Like, I'm just saying it. Like, like I'm just a skinny boy. I was making jokes of everybody. Like, like wasn't necessarily fast or anything, but I was skinny. Yeah, my dad used to tell me, "You're gonna be fat," and I'd be like, "I would never." How are you letting yourself
Impossible.
go? Why didn't you stop this when you like were 110? You know what I mean? When the boob was growing, why couldn't you stop it? And then I got fat. I was like, fuck, I'm fat. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. My little brother was also my little brother was skinny and handsome. Like handsome. Like dog. I was handsome. My little brother's handsome. And he's now like getting fat. And he's getting like a weird fat. He's got like a booty and shit. Like and it's vibe. I also told him like, yo, you're gonna be fat. And he's like, nah. And he like there with his weights, like, nah. And that's what it is.
So let's say you continue with your walking now.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And then now February, because you've done well. This is January.
Yes.
So the aim for February is to adjust your eating.
My eating.
And maintain the walking.
Maintain the walking, adjust the eating.
Okay.
Not too many adjustments, just little.
And then you only use the fasting when you're off the wagon.
Like
what if you've done fasting regularly, then does that work for you every day, or because apparently
it works, dog. I have done it. I think maybe I've done like the longest I've done it is maybe 3 months. 3 months last year I've done it. It works like.
And then you do for how long? You do how many hours for? 16 hours.
My video today is exactly about that. It's about moderation.
Yes.
That's the video I just posted this morning to say, like, we need moderation classes.
Yes.
So I can do something with my heart and soul straight up. But once I fall off I'm like a junkie, dog. Like, once I taste that hit of heroin, I'm gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't I've never done heroin, by the way, but in my mind, once you go, you're like, give me more. It's those vibes. Dude, that's basically what it is. So what has happened is since that hash buri, blah 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 blah, I am now in the space where I'm not letting it derail me. Right? I'm not letting it derail me. Like, I gotta learn that. And it might be a 3-4 month process of me learning how not to fall off the wagon of fasting. Also, I like delicious food. Like,
so these are all the barriers. Okay, so before we get into the barriers, right? Yes. What is your aim?
My aim is
your aim for your weight.
My aim is to be so handsome I break up a happy home.
Like that.
Huh? No. Dude, my aim is get rid of this stuff. My aim is to look like Lenny Kravitz at 60. This is my aim.
Now, for real, do you want
for real?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
My aim is to see if we can get this shit out of this.
Okay. So then after you do this, it's weights.
After I do this, it's weights.
That's the next step.
I'm going to weights. I have to go to weights. The way I see it, I have to go to weights end of March.
Soon, yeah.
End of March, I'm going to weights. 11th of May, I am walking/running my first marathon.
Okay. So you're going to do that also, a marathon. So you got high aspirations there.
I'm registered, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
registered.
there already. You've got that already.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, dog. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know that I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. You're
I
experimenting. You have to.
yeah. Also, keep in mind that I'm having fun now.
Yes.
Like today, I was tired, and that's the thing that I think it's the most different between what I'm doing now and what I've always done is that right now I'm actually having fun.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so you're having fun with it. You're saying the barriers to it is somewhat psychological. You get a sense and you say that, you know,
I
when
think it's
things
mostly
are going well.
I think it's
When
mostly
things are going well,
psychological.
high
dog.
self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Right? Then you mentioned delicious food.
I,
which most
yeah,
people understand.
but here's the thing I was saying about delicious food is that I've learned how to cook delicious food that is healthy.
Yeah.
Because when I say delicious food, I don't mean fries.
Yeah.
I mean like it's delicious, but it's also like
Yeah, nutritional.
you know what I
healthy,
mean?
yeah.
Like this is balanced.
Yes, it's a balance.
You know what I mean? Like the veggies are actually very crispy and
Yeah.
you can taste the chicken of the thing instead of the spices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so it's a thing. Like I'm in.
So it seems like you're cultivating a full on thing. Yeah. So
Dude, like
so a
I have to
lifestyle,
do
you
it
cooking.
holistically and not. You know
yes,
what I mean? And then
yes.
I have to watch my relationships with stress.
Right.
Right?
That's the big thing.
I have to also go watch. I have to go learn how to say I am sorry I fucked up or you fucked me over and you should apologize and this is with the missus.
Yes.
Because what would happen in general is that we beef and then
eat.
and then I'll buy like
Yeah, I do that.
those cupcakes from
Yeah,
Woolworths with like
okay.
the mint and the chocolate and the
I
caramel.
don't do that. I will have a Gatsby.
Do you see
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
thing.
But it's a
Like,
thing.
and it's like I need.
Yeah. So I spoke about that. I spoke about eating your feelings last week. And the thing about eating your feelings is that you don't realize you're doing it until the ice cream is almost done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know the way to go, whoa, I'm consciously eating.
And also, I also think this is not fair because people of color, it's ingrained in our culture to not waste shit.
Yeah.
White people can just leave the food, right?
Dog.
Or not. Like, I actually find it, like, I have to eat this thing. I can't be wasting this thing.
Dude, as a parent, that is such a difficult thing to, like, I can hear my mom speaking like, finish your food. And then my kid goes, but I'm full.
But I'm full now.
And then I have to go, look, you're fat because of this shit. You understand? Like honestly, like my kid wakes up and she's sick and she's not in the mood for eating. She doesn't want it, right? And then something goes, yo, give her, make sure she's hydrated. She won't die.
Yes.
Her body doesn't want to eat. Like her body doesn't want to eat. It wants to heal first and then it will eat. Give her water. And then when she's cool, she'll go, yo, my dog, like, I'm hungry. She can speak. She says I'm hungry. But then something else overtakes and I'm like, yo, you have to eat. You're sick. And then my poor kid is sitting there and then, you know what I mean? Then the bread is dry. The bread is like hardening because she wants nothing to do with it. And I'm like, yo, it's a real thing.
Psychological.
It's a real thing. It's a thing of so many things you're dealing with. My wife has cooked. I'm from stand-up. I ate a stand-up. My wife has cooked. An act of love for me is eating the thing that she has cooked.
Yes.
Even if it's not the thing I want to eat, but not eating what my wife has cooked is very insulting. So now I gotta come back and, do you know what I mean? It's these little things that you go like, yo, this relationship with food is is not a
Complex.
yeah. It's Sunday. I gotta cook all the
Yeah.
colors and have dessert. And I'm not a church person. Like this is for church people. Why am I doing this? It doesn't make sense. It's a religious holiday. I'm not religious. Why am I eating with religious people? This doesn't make sense, dude. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that somebody that I walk with, that I just met.
It may be what you're doing with your stand-up. It may be like you are nurturing it. If you say you don't put enough into your stand-up comedy, you're just trying to figure out the perfect balance with everything, and then you fly with the perfect balance. Maybe that's what you just got doing.
Yeah.
Like,
guy, like, I think it's the first time where I'm being conscious.
yeah.
Or being gentle with the consciousness. And it's also like, when you're fat, you have learned everything that there is to learn about weight loss and weight. Like, I would never listen to a skinny person talk to me about weight loss. I want to talk to like Cash Money. I don't want to hear what you gotta say. I want another fat person, because fat people will tell you what happens when you just eat meat for 2 weeks. We know this thing. We've tried. We know what happens when you just like eat fruits or just vegetables for 2 weeks. We know all these fasts. We know all these things, and what feels good and what doesn't feel good, and what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. And right now I'm trying to balance the things that my body likes.
I think Fazana's calling me.
All right. I didn't do nothing with it, so I'm gonna finish doing that and then get into this space where I'm talking about difficulty in a relationship type of vibes. What it looks like and what my opinions are.
Okay, guys, let's go back, because I also want to know about this stuff. So talking about your stand-up.
Yeah.
So this process, you've gone through now, okay, or you're embarking on.
Yeah.
Right? Every month you are going to improve an aspect and tweak an aspect of what you are doing.
Yes.
Right? At the same time, you're working on a new show.
Yes.
And the new show is?
So what I did last year is that I put out a show called Weighing In.
Yeah.
And I like to take my shows to festival and do them in Cape Town, blah, blah. I never did that. So when I finished doing that, and Weighing In was that type of show where I went, I want to be completely political. I don't want to speak about my kids. I don't want to speak about my wife. It's going to be history and politics.
Right.
And the history is going to be connected to the politics. That's it. It's not going to be about nothing. And that was brilliant. I took it to Kaka and Ga. My first, I didn't even know what Kaka and Ga is. And I was
now recently?
Yeah, last year, March.
Not now.
They nominated
Isn't it
me.
happening now?
It's coming now. I'm going to go again.
Oh, now.
Yeah, they nominated it like one of the best comedy shows, which was weird because like it's me cacking on Afrikaans people.
But these are artsy Afrikaans people.
Like artsy, but like, whoa, dog, the rooms were tense.
Really?
You know yeah, it was tense. Some of the rooms were like, yo, because I was.
So the rooms were tense.
Yeah, because I was clear. The artists are cool. Like, wow. Yeah, the people that looked at the art were like, wow, this is what it is. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in Grahamstown. I fucking love Grahamstown.
When is Grahamstown?
Grahamstown is I think the 26th until the 6th of July.
So just after the Funny Festival.
After Funny Festival. After the Funny Festival. Immediately after. I don't have dates yet, but whatever dates.
Would you ask for dates? Usually you contact them.
Yeah, you apply. I've applied for a show. When they come back and they go, yo, we've got a show. These are the dates. I've already said I want the second week of the festival. If they go, yo, this is the second week of the festival, these are the dates, then I'm fine. I don't need to have a conversation. But, if there's a problem, I'll go back and go, yeah, man, I'm busy on the first week. if you can give me like the second week, that would be great. They're normally very cool with that sort of thing. They did it for me last year, but the admin wasn't great, so I couldn't go. You know what I mean? But it's they tried, like
So you'll do that weighing in, and then the next one.
I'll do weighing in, and then I'll do weighing in Joburg, Pretoria, and maybe Tanzania, Kenya, and then shut it down this year. Just shut it down next year, so that I can speak about something that I'm currently working on.
Do you have a name?
No, I don't have a name at all. So what is happening right now is that I went through a very difficult time with the missus. We almost got divorced. And what had happened previously
survived COVID with the missus and
then post COVID, it's like one thing to another and to another and to another. I've been with my missus for like what 20 years, 22 years. So there had to be a time where things are tense and tough and blah blah blah. We hit counseling, we did all the work, and then I'm just trying to break it down in a way that is funny, but it's respectable. It respects my marriage as well. It's very difficult when you are in the marriage, because you want to be in it. You can't now, So that's that. I think this show will deal with that. It will deal with love and money and sex. What happens when you're facing divorce? Is it there? Is it not there? If it's there, is it delicious? Is it not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the benefit of us as comedians. We can take the difficult things in our lives and sort of heal somewhat from the creative process. But
ceiling,
if you're doing this thing, so with your health journey, and your comedy journey, how does your comedy impact negatively on the health? What would you say? Or even just the industry or the lifestyle of a comedian?
No, dog. It's so weird. Like, comedy never fucked me up. All the bad things I've done in my life, I've done outside of comedy. When I was experimenting with drugs, it was before I became a comic. Comedy was me switching one drug for the other.
Yeah.
So whenever I've seen comics do drugs, I've been bored even, because I was like, when I was doing this shit, I was rocking. You guys are weak. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you were like your life.
You guys, like, how can you let it fuck up with your stand up? Like, I did it at 95, and I'd be there on time every single time, and I was great at it. You know what I mean? So when I look at it in the entertainment space, it's not even interesting, because I was doing it at corporate at rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like, with dudes that have to price unit trusts and people's pensions every day at 4. Like, the market is closing, we gotta move. So when I see artists doing,
So why do artists usually do it, and what do they talk about, and how is it different?
I don't know. I think
lower pressure. You say there's no pressure.
I don't know, man. I think it's all the things. It's boredom. It's I wanna belong. I wanna whatever. I think the other thing is that I was young. I didn't have kids.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have kids when Ellen got pregnant with Adlahang. Like, 2 months later, I discovered stand up, and I was like, okay, cool. It's done. Like, this is your thing. We got a baby, and then I got married. You know what I mean? It's those things where I go.
So your weight problem was before?
I was gaining, but
it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, I've always been on a steady gain.
So, but the lifestyle of being out at night and doing shows at night, and that does not be negative in any way for you. Like in terms of disciplining, what happens after the show is different to.
That's not every night. right? Like it's not every night, and man, I'm gonna say this in public, and Cash Money is here. He's gonna hate me.
I can
The
cut it if you think.
scene, the scene is very open, Mike. This is younger comics. The younger comics operate differently, right? I think the problem started at the beginning of the comedy, but now that I'm older, like I don't stay long after the show. I go home, right? Like the new comics don't want to talk about jokes. I want to talk about jokes. I want to talk about the thing that somebody did, and then the open mics don't want to talk about jokes. Open mics want to light a joint and kill bears and stuff. That's not interesting to me.
Mm.
I want to hear jokes. When I talk with comics, I want to hear comedy things. You know, like there isn't that.
Yeah.
It's and I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah. When the corporate guys, a conversation that corporate guys will look at you and go like,
And
what?
I'm like, what?
Are you-
Yeah.
Why
So
are you interested?
yeah. So I'm not existing in a world where I go, then you guys are not doing it. I'm just saying that they're different from the way I know it to be done. The comedy happens, and then the comics sit around the table, and then we talk about comedy and jokes, and we show each other clips of another comedian in a different country that's doing this, and then somebody has doubts about what comedy in the continent looks like, and I show them a clip of the room, yeah, one, and then it's comedy for hours. So that happens when other senior comics are there. Then we'll sit down, and then we'll drink, and then that's what it is. But the normal show in Cape Town is not like that. The dudes come in, they light a joint, they light joints, you can smell the dacha before the comedy starts. Right? I don't exist in that space. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that's not
Yeah,
how
you in
I
the
do it.
next
I
space.
I'm in the next space where I'll have a drink after the thing, or I'm having one, or you understand, like I exist in a space where dudes, my seniors like yourselves, will arrive and go, I'm here to do like a 510, and then I'm going somewhere else to do a 510. I'm going to do a 510, and then I go home. So that's where I exist. And then the last gig is where they'll park, and then it's a comedy space. And we used to do that at Kurt's place. We used to do that at any of the Stuart Taylor spaces. You understand? Like that's what comedy used to be
Yeah.
like for me. So this doesn't. I suppose maybe I'm healthier now because the culture is different, and the culture must be what the culture is, and that's okay. Um,
But so let's say the culture of the Cape Town Comedy Club, the culture at that time
oh yeah, the culture of that time
was
they had a
impacted
heavy impact
negatively.
in yes, because also I was a comedian in the come up. When you're a comedian in the come up, you stay at the gig, right? When another comic is in town, you stay at the gig because you have to be seen. Comics book comics. This is a fact.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like this is if the comics don't like being around you, they don't book you. And if the comics don't see you, you don't work. This is the nature of the work.
Mm.
You like it, you don't like it. These
Yeah,
are the
that's
rules.
what you're saying is like everybody talks about it. Like in the United States,
Yeah.
they say that's the way it's done. The UK, that's
This
the
is
way
the
it's done.
nature of the work. You
Yeah.
know, we gotta see you. We gotta see you working.
Yes.
We have to love and respect your work and
Yes.
your work rate and blah blah blah. All these things. And as a comic in the come up, you work a lot,
Mm.
right? And if you're nice and you're not an asshole, you work a lot. But you have to be seen to do those things, and sometimes you have to go out at night just to be in the space, even if you're not working. I am not there anymore, so it doesn't impact me as hard. But on the come up, yeah, it did.
So you spoke about your abs and Lenny Kravitz in your 60s,
Yes.
right? What's your aspiration for stand-up? What's a better way you can approach your stand-up? Or you just want to... Because I think from a creative point of view, I like it's... What's ways in which you can do it better, you think?
I gotta work on being famous.
Yeah. So you
That's
think
that's.
you think you
I am.
you think you can do it. You can do the art. You
No, I
say
think I'm
my,
good at the art,
yeah.
dog.
You saying my that's not my problem. My
Oh
problem is
no,
the
it's
fame.
not. I'm good at the art.
Yeah.
I am one of the best people
Right.
at my art in my country.
Right. And then you know that it's just now you got to
Oh
figure
yeah,
out
yeah,
this
yeah,
fame.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've said to Cash Money, if I say to you that you need to work on a thing, you need to work on a thing. I am good at it.
Mm.
I have worked and written for the best people in the game. If I say you need to do the thing, there's no use arguing with me. I know it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even being an asshole about it. It's matter of fact. But now I need to go work on the fame.
Yeah.
End of story. Like,
Right.
that's what it is.
So the thing about the fame, I think it's because it's not the actual art. It's like the sparkles around it. It can be very irritating.
So, but that's always been the thing that is in my mind. I honestly, I don't even care for it.
Yes.
That's my
It's
vibe,
actually
right?
It's actually
That's
nauseating.
my vibe. I should be honest with you. I want the fame because I want to make more money and gig in nicer theaters
Mm.
regularly.
Yeah.
But I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I care for doing stand up.
Yeah.
It is so weird. I consider myself so lucky that I got stand up, that like I cherish the fact that I can do it. And I'm surrounded by people who are still looking for the thing that makes them, you know what I mean? Like, that makes them bad. And sometimes I want to talk about how happy I am that I'm a stand up, and I have to shut the fuck up because my wife and my sister are around me. And
People
they're
don't
like,
have that.
People don't have that. You know what I mean? It's not a. It's the things that stand up, the places I've been to because of stand up, my politics that have been shaped by stand up is ridiculous for me. I've worked a 9 to 5 job in an international company, and I was in the IT department that is in the top 100, and we were amazing. When the US government found out we were not great, we're not doing well, they'd bail us the fuck out. You know what I mean? With those dudes. But nah,
Yeah.
tell me to go tell a joke at a bar down the road that's full of drunk motherfuckers. That's my shit. That shit makes me so happy, dog. Like, I've told jokes at a war zone in South Sudan. People are five to go to war. I cried that night, dog. Those are the things that made me cry. I got in my room and I cried. I was like, why are these motherfuckers trying to kill each other? They were just laughing. And I was told, don't go to Oscars, it's in the red zone. I went into Oscars, dog, and I got there. I'm the shortest, fattest guy in there. You can see it.
They're tall, eh?
Tall as shit, bro. There's a 15-year-old girl that calls herself, I am big man. And I was like, you are a big man. She's tall, but it's like,
They're the tallest in the world, eh?
Second tallest.
Who's the tallest in the world?
Dutch.
The Dutch are the tallest.
Yeah, the Dutch.
I actually thought it was the other way around.
Yeah,
The Dutch
me
are the
too.
tallest, and then the South Sudanese.
South Sudanese, yes. And but that's where those are the things that
And in terms of that as well,
yeah.
like, you seem to be the only comedian that's doing that, like, from South Africa, who's actively trying to, like, share your comedy voice in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody else. Is there anybody else who's, like, sort of doing it as actively as you are?
Dog, first they doubt and then they become disciples. Now everybody wants to.
Now
go
everybody wants to do
it. Yeah, bro. Like, it's irresistible. People go in and they come back changed.
Yes.
You know, like, it's the same thing. I mean, like, I got a gig in the first time I did, like, was Tanzania.
Yes.
I regard Tanzania as home.
Yeah.
I called people. I was like, yo, there's a gig in Tanzania. And People were like, fuck that. There's nothing. People don't speak English. They don't. And I was like, but why am I even asking people? Because I'm the guy. I go to places.
Yes.
And then I went. I had the time of my life.
Yeah. But it would be harder for them as well because of the writing is not as, or would you think people get everything?
Dude, people get everything.
Yeah.
People have got Netflix. They've got Showmax.
So it's
They've
the
got. But they know what you. They know even more than what you know. My favorite comedy audience by far is Kenyans. Nairobi talk.
No, but you see, what happens is, but then the South Africans would be like the United States of Africa in the sense that, like, I mean, when you rely on a person having a bit of information to make a punchline.
Yes.
So, but you don't do that usually. You actually, you don't need, you will, you will be less reliant on those things as a punchline.
Yes.
You set up a complicated premise,
But you know why?
and then you can go wherever you want to with it.
But you know what happened? When I started stand up, I was talking about my dad being Isangoma. This is like my first joke.
Yeah.
And because the comedy audience is not black,
I don't know.
it's not a thing that. So what happened when I started comedy was that I had to learn how to carry an audience
Yes.
that doesn't understand what I'm talking about and take it to the thing. And then that's always, that became a thing that I do.
Yes.
That became a,
but I mean, that's
how
unique,
do I carry?
That is a unique aspect of you as a performer also, because then it's not like, I'm gonna overtly rely on what you know in order to kill. I'm gonna tell you what I think is funny.
Yes.
And if you don't know, I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna carry you on this thing.
Yeah.
Right? And we're gonna slow it down. And then,
but that's also more of a skill. Then you skill better when you travel. So you haven't done the much of like Europe or anything like that.
No.
From a developing comedically, that may be interesting, but I mean, you don't have a aspiration to do that other than making money. And is there is a deeper aspiration to exploring comedy in Africa versus?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so there's something more to that,
Yeah, because somebody has got to do it.
Yeah,
right. It's like you go, this is my mission, type of thing.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
Right. Like the Netherlands was fun. It was really good. It was so much fun. But the best connection to an audience is always in the continent.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe it's the disease of like having a 9-to-5 job where you go, like, I don't want to do those things that I don't like anymore. The continent is equally difficult. So if I'm looking for difficulty, I'll find it in the continent. But I just love connecting to other black people. I think maybe it's my politics more than anything.
Yeah.
Right. I think my politics are the politics of a united Africa. I don't know what that looks like really. But I know that what Africans haven't tried is unite. Do you know what I mean? I like
they won't let Africa unite.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, they won't let it happen, bro.
No, you can't.
They're playing this divide and conquer.
And you gotta understand it also as an African, what the power of a united Africa looks like. But once you've seen it in your mind, it's difficult not to be married to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you've seen it in your mind, once you it's like.
So now, in terms of if you're thinking about fame, then you need to. There's a few things that you're talking about documenting your health journey.
Yeah.
Right. Which is a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can. I mean, I'm sure many people. It'd be nice, like if at the end of the year, like you have these, like KG walks, or like the KG marathon, you know, not necessarily the marathon, but that's cool, bro.
Yeah.
That's something that's special.
Yeah.
And then also, maybe you must go for every time you go to Africa, you go for some sort of walk and
I will.
take like pictures or whatever of the sites or whatever around the place. or
My
whatever.
friends in the continent, like when you're here, we're gonna walk to the thing, we're gonna and it's gorgeous. And I go, all this time I've been going, I haven't really gone.
Yeah.
But it's like also going, I live in Cape Town and I haven't really walked it and seen
it.
You know what I mean? Like I hear people talking about, no, this place is beautiful. I live here. Now I'm walking. I'm like, yeah, this is
You see
actually-
things more.
Yeah,
you know,
oh,
like-
this is gorgeous. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is racist as fuck. Where are the black people? Ah, you know what I mean? Like you see it when you walk.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We're Fabra.
So, so is there anything you want to highlight? Any shows that you want people to check out, or
Whoa.
just follow him on TikTok, Instagram?
Just follow me on Instagram and TikTok, guys. I'm posting all the shows there. I've just started working. So what is happening is just I'm just gonna land at shows and just drop material.
Yeah.
I don't have like real booking. Well, I've got the Funny Festival, I've got Blacks Only.
When's
I've
Blacks
got Joburg.
When?
29th of March.
So it's March. Okay. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
David asked me.
that-
Yes.
I've got Blacks Only. What else do I have? I've got Teaser in the Eastern Cape Black. So I've
Oh,
got
and politically aware.
I'm all politically
Ah, yeah.
aware. Yes, politically aware. Check it out on YouTube.
And
that's
maybe Basim Yusuf will be
yeah.
on the thing. We're still trying
Maybe,
to work that
maybe,
thing out.
just maybe that would be
We'll
great
meet
if
him on
it happens.
Saturday.
Yes, that would be amazing. Yeah, if this is out before Basim Yusuf.
No, I'll
comes-
put it out now.
Yeah, come
I'll
see us
put it
with
out,
Basim
like,
Yusuf.
no edits whatsoever.
Fantastic.
Just pluck that out there.
Yeah, come see us with Basim Yusuf. We love Basim Yusuf. He could start a cult in South Africa and we would follow. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the vibe.
Yeah,
Come
looking
see me
forward to
there.
it.
Like, yeah.
Sure,
Dope.
bro.
Thank you for
So we
having
must
me.
do this again, like, and we can talk about the, the problems and the
if-
successes.
Let's do it in 3 months.
Yeah, see
because
what
in 3
happens.
months I'll be more informed. In 3 months, I
Let's
will
see what
either
happens.
still be doing it or off the wagon, and I will have details about
Yes.
about what's going on and what doesn't going
Yeah.
on. Also, I'd be in the gym like lifting weights, and
Yeah.
that will be interesting. Yeah, let's do that.